The Philadelphia Eagles said after the Super Bowl, they will fill all vacant spots in our coaching staff. And that's exactly what they did. And except for the one spot that they didn't fill, they crossed it off the list.
We got the Eagles. We got the Sixers. Philly talk.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is another episode of Philly Talk. For those who are new to this channel and are passionate about Philly sports, go right ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, if you don't want to miss out on any of these videos, click that little bell by the subscribe button for post notifications. Now, if you guys been rocking with me for a minute, my old subscribers or my new subscribers, and you want to help this channel grow, smash that like button. What that does is it pushes this content to other Philly fans on YouTube. With all that being said, let's jump right into it. The Philadelphia Eagles have been searching for an offensive coordinator for nearly a month. And in this time frame, we have interviewed multiple candidates for the OC position. Jim Caldwell, Kevin O'Connell, James Urban, Graham Harold, Mike Kafka, Duce Staley, Press Taylor, multiple candidates. Some of them denying us on their own. Some of them, I guess, us saying, I guess we're not ready to make them OC. But why? If the Eagles knew they did not want to OC, why not say it before the Super Bowl? Because they still had one more candidate in mind. Matt Lafleur is the head coach of the Green Bay Packers, and his brother, Mike Lafleur, is the passing game coordinator of the San Francisco 49ers, and the Eagles had interest in Mike Lafleur. After the Super Bowl, he ends up re-signing with the San Francisco 49ers to be the passing game coordinator again. Now, I know a lot of people say that this position, the Eagles OC, is not good because of not being able to call plays. You can still put your stamp on an offense not calling plays, and in that process, get responsibility to call plays from gaining trust from the head coach. Now, remember, in 2017, Doug Peterson was the play caller. Since he's been a head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, he's been the play caller. But what Frank Reich did do, I believe, was prepare these people throughout the week. He worked with Doug and the players and prepared a great game plan with Doug throughout the week. I also believe that Doug respected him enough that in-game situations, when Frank Reich went over to and talked to him, I think he took his words to heart, implemented them in game day, and definitely throughout the week. That's why I want Doug Peterson to have again. I do believe Doug Peterson is a good play caller. He can get real creative and do a boatload of things. Last year, he did show times that he was way too predictable. I understand. I do agree. Could it have been because of the injuries, or could it have been that Doug doesn't have somebody to lean on that he trusts and was showing predictability? I don't know. We're about to find out, though. That's why I thought a guy like Jim Caldwell would come in here and be great. Veteran head coach, OC, he's been around. He's 64, so I don't think he would want to be an aggressive play caller himself. I think he could implement things to Doug take it to heart, and they work it out, and Doug be the play caller. But that's out the window. Today, the Eagles say we will not have a OC. All right, but what are they doing? Press Taylor is now the quarterback coach and the passing game coordinator. They're keeping Jeff Stoutland as the run game coordinator like he's been. Duce Staley is staying the assistant/runner back coach. They are hiring two people who are going to be on the offensive staff but don't even know their role yet. One, Rich Scangarello, I think that's how you say his name. He was an offensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos last year. He also, prior to that, was on the staff of the Raiders, the Falcons, and the Niners. Also, we hired Andrew Bernheim. I don't know how to say his last name. He is the passing game coordinator for Mississippi State University. So, when we talk about fresh eyes, that's the two fresh eyes we're getting. An offensive coordinator who's been fired in a year, and a passing game coordinator from college. At least it's new eyes on the scene, but we don't even know the roles. We don't even know if they'll be able to talk to Doug about plays. I don't know. Now, Press Taylor being the passing game coordinator and Jeff Stoutland being the run game coordinator, supposedly what Doug Peterson is going to do is call the plays like he normally does and have a passing game coordinator and a running game coordinator, and they can implement strategies to help Doug Peterson as the play caller, and with there not being an OC. It's going to be like a listen to Press Taylor, listen to Jeff Stoutland, but Doug Peterson's going to call the plays. Does Doug Peter respect them in any facet that he respected Frank Wright? I doubt it, because they've been on the staff. So now the guys under Doug Peterson, instead of having just the OC be under him, the next two important people are people who's been on this roster and is not going to change how Doug's philosophy is. So we might see more predictable Doug, or we might see more creative Doug. He got creative at the end of the season, bootlegging Carson Wentz out, going hurry up offense, doing a lot of things like that. And possibly if we have some deep threat talent on his team, he might be able to be more creative. I don't know. I think this is putting pressure on Doug Peterson. If you ask me, if Doug Peterson and the Philadelphia Eagles come out and lay an egg next year, and his play calling is part of that laying an egg, no injuries, we just don't look good as a team, he is going to be criticized and possibly on a hot seat. I ride with Doug Peterson. I love him as a coach. He's my coach. I'm going to ride with him until the wheels fall off. But I'm telling you, if he looks bad this year coming up, it is not going to look good for his head coaching career. I just wanted to get a guy in here who could help him like Frank Wright did. Like I said, he was the play caller during the Frank Wright years. I just think Frank Wright had his respect and he listened to him. And at times, Doug can get pass happy. At times can get off script. And I think he needs somebody to reel him back in. Sometimes he gets very aggressive and very, he does Doug type things, and sometimes that's good, and sometimes you need somebody to reel him back in, and that's what I think Frank Wright did, and that's what I don't think Jeff Stoutland as the run game coordinator and Press Taylor as the pass game coordinator can do. So it's going to be all on Doug. But if we get Carson Wentz talent and we can stay healthy, which is the biggest key of 2020, maybe Doug Peterson can do what he needs to do all by himself. On the health note, the Philadelphia Eagles, for the third time, are getting rid of medical staff. Thank God. We need new medical staff in here who are going to diagnose injuries the right way. Now, the medical staff has nothing to do with players getting injured. They need to stay healthy, but when they are injured, it has to be better. Jordan Howard Stinger, out for the whole year. Deshaun Jackson, don't get surgery. He should have got surgery. Zach Ertz, lacerated kidney. It was like a bruised kidney because he played on it. You can't play with a lacerated kidney. I mean, many times in many situations, misdiagnosed. Now, the sports science thing needs to help too. I don't know if it's diet, workout, something, because these players should not be getting injured. The last 2 years, injuries, health has been our Achilles heel. So let's get that fixed for 2020. Jumping back to the Doug Peterson thing, who knows? Maybe Doug Peterson gets in his bag, does his play calling himself. We have talent on the offensive side of the ball, no injuries, and he goes out and puts out a clinic of some mastermind offensive schemes. But if it don't work good, if it was his decision not to get an OC in, and one, not to get an OC in, but maybe we couldn't get an OC in because he didn't relinquish just a little bit of play calling, then it's going to fall on him. A healthy season with a losing season because of Doug Peterson's play calling will be bad for his career. And I don't know, I think Jeff Lurie and or Harry Roseman will step in at that point. I hope it don't come to that. Like I said, Doug Peterson was getting creative at the end of the season. Bootlegs, motions, hurry up offense. He needs to do that as well. We need to stay healthy to help him out. And like I said, I much preferred a Frank Wright build to come in here, Jim Caldwell, to help assist Doug, and they can gain that trust and have that chemistry. But like I said, either it was the fact that Doug just thinks he could do it on his own, or just said to each coordinator, listen, I'm not giving you no play call duties, even if you prove yourself to me. I don't know what he said to these guys, but some of them denied us, and some of them he didn't get the chance to. He's going to go with instead of a runner back by committee, an offensive coordinator by committee. That's what it's going to be. Listen to Jeff Stoutland, Press Taylor, maybe Duce Staley, and these two guys. I don't know. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching and all the constant support. I appreciate you guys 100%. If you like this content, smash that like button. It helps this channel grow. And leave me a comment. What do you ultimately think about this decision? I'm still like, I don't know. I don't know. But let me know what you think about this. Was it a good idea? Was it a bad idea? Are you up in the air? Let me know in the comment section. You guys know what time it is. We out.